Dan, what's up, bro? Thanks, Dennis, for telling me that there was no sound, man. I was just talking to myself. So let me just say it again. The suspensions on these scooters, man, it's really phenomenal, man. Sharkset suspensions. I think one of the drawbacks that the Ninebot Max coming out of the box is that has no suspensions. Luckily, with Sharkset, a third company, you could add suspensions to it. The process of installing it, for me, it took me like 2 days, just because, you know, I got work and stuff like that, and I cannot spend my whole day on working on a scooter. Yeah, then it does help out a lot, especially here in the Hudson River Greenway. You do get some bumps around here, like right there. There's a bump right there, and I just, you know, it eats it pretty well. Yeah, it eats it pretty well. Let me just focus down on words. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it eats it pretty well though. Like these shocks right here, these are the mediums springs. What I was told straight out the box, these are medium springs. But here in New York City, I don't feel like I'm on a pogo stick, because there are suspensions that you feel like you're in a pogo sticks. One drawback is, I don't know if you guys could tell, from this point of view, is it slants over. So let me just, there we go. It slants over when you put the kickstand. Before, when you added the kickstand, it will be like this. But now, since the wheel is raised up, the front wheel is raised up a little bit more, you do get a slant right there. Yeah, and another drawback is, I don't think these are drawbacks, is that the front wheel is a little bit like 2 inches taller than the rear wheel. Yeah, Dennis, it does help you out with carpal tunnel. I do have these wrist guards right here that will help a lot for the carpal tunnel, if in case I fall, you know. Shout out to Yogi Steve for like recommending me these wrist guards. But yeah, let me show you guys the suspensions at work, you know. Let me show you guys the spring action. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so hopefully that helps with you guys. Yeah, the suspension works out pretty well. This is my first time riding them. Really first time. Like I said, I just finished the build process within like two days ago and stuff like that. Yeah, they work pretty well. I want to see how well they work out throughout New York City. It does feel like a brand new scooter with the suspensions on it. And I don't know if I'm gonna upgrade like the rear. I do not know if I'm gonna upgrade the rear. I know the rear suspensions, it's a lot harder than installing the front. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna keep on riding this scooter just with the front only to see how it works out. Yes, there are major potholes, and I know for sure that, you know, 10-inch wheels doesn't matter. You're probably gonna go over the handlebars. You still need to pay attention to these potholes and stuff like that. I basically bought these suspensions is because, like Dennis says, it does help out a lot with your risk, and let me see, with your risk and all that stuff. Yeah, the Duotron Max, Moses says. Yeah, thanks a lot for you joining me in this live stream. I wasn't even prepared for this live stream, honestly. Hopefully you guys can see this in 1080p. Let me know in the chat section if you guys can see this 1080p. Let me can I flip the camera right now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. So if you guys want to know the view, let me show you guys the view real quick. Yeah, the suspensions work out really great, you guys. I'm happy for the purchase. If you guys here in New York City, purchase that in NCAS. He's in the Facebook group. He's all the way in Brooklyn, but he will give you like a fair price. He also does installments if you guys are not like, you know, handy with mechanic and stuff like that. I do say for a person that has not picked up a wrench, it is going to be a little bit difficult. There are YouTube videos on how to do that. I think I'm going to like show my own way a tutorial soon in the future. This was just me, like a first impression. Next in the future, I'm gonna, you know, give you guys a rundown or a review after like the first 100 miles with the Sharkset suspensions, you guys. Because like I said before, like, you never know a scooter how well it does after its first 100 miles, or suspension, so to speak. Thanks, Gold. Yeah, but yeah, this is the view. This is like my main commute. This is the Hudson River Greenway. For you guys that are wondering, you got, you know, the whole river right there. And come on, like, I'm gonna take the subway and not take this. I'd rather take this, you know, with my scooter and stuff like that. But sometimes this road will get to you. Like, after like 3 consecutive days of riding, this awesome path, you do have bumps and you do have a slight potholes, and all that vibration, it's like a 35-minute commute to where I'm going. It does give you some wear and tear on your wrist, and also you might get close calls. We got a moped coming in. So these suspensions are awesome. So yeah, yeah, we all, like these are, oh, by the way, these are the second version of the suspensions, by the way, you guys. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. These are the second versions. The first version, the first designs, they had some corny ass LED right here. Me, that's my personal opinion. I don't really want LEDs and on like right in this area, and they didn't even shine really well. They weren't even that bright. Honestly, I think this is a way better design, more practical. Just add some reflectors there, and that's it. You know, call it a day. Damn, Dennis, you sick? Hopefully you don't got COVID, man. I know Rican had COVID, but he's all well. He's all better now. Yeah, feel better, yo. Yeah, so these are like my first impression. I think the hardest part was this. The brake line cable. The original stock cable does not reach us. Luckily, Sharkset provides you with the tools and the brake line cable. This brake line cable was a little bit tricky. I had to go to YouTube which screw and nut comes in first of the brake line cable. But other than that, you know, it was a pretty simple process for someone like me that has mechanical experience of work, you know. But somebody that doesn't have experience like picking up a wrench and stuff like that, man, it's better to, like, you pay somebody to do it, because you do not want no major flaw on this scooter, especially in the fork suspension. That's why I took this route. That's why I took my commute route. I made sure that it works before. Bomber T doesn't make it a lot more heavy. Honestly, I weight the original suspensions again, and then I weighted the Sharkset suspensions, and honestly, it only adds 3 pounds to the scooter. Just 3 fucking pounds. I know it's not a big deal, but let me see. I'm looking over the chat, you guys. But honestly, it's good, you know. Not bad on my first try. I honestly thought that I would feel like I was on a pogo stick. Man, I'm sweaty. I honestly thought I was gonna feel like I was on a pogo stick, but it was pretty sturdy. It was damp. Let's just see what happens over like 100 miles, because yes, the suspensions are fairly new. So I just want to test them out, how they like got that wear and tear in them. Because the Dotron Eagle Pro, for example, straight out the box, the suspensions were stiff. They were stiff, you guys. But now, after like 3,000 miles on the Eagle Pro, the suspensions are awesome. They age like wine. Hopefully with these Sharkset suspensions, they do as well. They age as wine as well. I don't know, but let's see what happens after 100 miles. Can the stiffness be adjusted? You could swap out some springs or suspensions. They do sell aftermarket suspensions, such as air suspensions, soft springs, hard springs. So yeah, they are fully customizable. That's one thing that I told you guys. The Ninebot Max has over advantage of these high-end scooters. That this scooter, the Ninebot Max, is fully moddable. You could change the battery, you could change the motors. NCAS already added dual motors to the scooter. So it's a cool hobby to have for someone that wants to, like, you know, mod things and, you know, for recreational purposes. Yeah. All right, so we gotta cut the live stream short, you guys. I need to go to work and stuff like that. It sucks, I know. This was just like a test run for the Sharkset suspensions. Hopefully you guys enjoy this 15-minute review or first impression. I just want to shout out NCAS for hooking me up. Everybody in the chat that just came on, Dennis, Moses, Bomber T, Great Minds. Anybody that I forget, I'm so sorry. Again, you guys just ride out safe out here. It's crazy, especially in the summertime. Me, when I was testing this bad boy out, the Ninebot with the Sharkset, some lady wanted to cut me off in between these streets. It's crazy. And she was not, like, she was just trying to cross to the other side of the street. Yeah, she was just walking. All right, you guys, ride safe out there. You already know. Have a good week. How do I pause this now? Oh, there you go, stop.